Guys, welcome back. Happy snow day to all of those who celebrate snow. I'm not a snow celebrator, I gotta be honest, I don't like snow. Um, the snowpocalypse is happening. The Russian snow is happening. We're getting 3 feet of snow all at once. It's gonna fall down from the sky. It's gonna be crazy. Just yanking your chains, guys. It's not actually gonna be Russian snow. Oh, I didn't bring a shovel. Rats. Um, okay, well, back down we go. I've gotten a lot done on the castle since actually just today. Um, I'm actually really proud of myself for it's silly because like we're talking about a video game where you place blocks. But also, I think not. I'm proud of myself for sticking with this and getting stuff done on it because that can be hard. Um, but yeah, I got a lot done on this. I'll show you in a second. Just clear all this out. Um, how's it this day? I hope it's good. I hope you all have fun snow activities to do. I don't think I've touched that at all, but I've done a lot on the actual building. I've gotten this fully done. It goes all the way around. I've gotten this wall built up. This goes all the way around here. Oh, that's cool. You can see that. I stopped this here because if I go to the bridge, I'm gonna have to like connect it to the bridge, and I don't really want to do that. Maybe I'll connect it to that. That could be fun. Anyway, I added rafters at the top. I think I might have like like some storage up here or something. Maybe someone lives up here. I don't know. But yeah, I also I don't think I've done anything here. Oh, the last thing I did was this stained glass window, which you can't really see. It actually looks kind of bad, but it's based on, it's because of the gray stained glass. I thought it would look a lot better than it did. I'll replace it when I have more glass. Is this not filled in? Oh, it is. This is based on, is this? Wow. It's based on, if you just look up on Google, castle stained glass art, you'll find the picture I was using. I think it's the second one when you click images. Yeah. So that was fun. Today, I don't really know what I want to do. I don't want to do anything snow related. I actually am going to go shovel in a little bit. But, there we go. I mentioned, maybe in the last episode, maybe in the one before it, that I think polished, well, I just think andesite, granite, diorite, all these other alternative stones look really cool, and I don't use them enough, and so I'm going to change that. And oh, that was perfect. Like, I actually don't hate how this looks. I think this looks really cool. Oh no, I didn't do that. Oh wait, I just had stone for that though, so it's okay. I actually have so much granite. This should be way more than enough. Now, how did I create a chiseled stone brick? I thought that was out of slabs. Am I crazy? Yeah, it's not even on here. Maybe I just had one. I don't know. I like this. That's cool. I don't know where to take this to. do I do it around the entire thing? I think I do, actually. I want to talk about Spider-Man PS4 for a second. Because I'm replaying it, and I started Act 2 last night. For those of you who don't know, or maybe just don't know when Act 2 starts or whatever, that's fine. It is... The end of Act 1 is City Hall. And that mission is like just... The whole thing with the helicopter, too, it's just like... such a cool part in the game. It's like... Yeah, you know? That's what a Spider-Man game should be. I think it's really cool. It's the City Hall mission, and then it's like that. It's just a whole bunch of banger missions back to back, and I'm blanking on them right now. There's the really cute scene between Peter and MJ at her apartment when she talks about when she infiltrated Tombstone's base. It was really cute. I love it so much. I love them. They're awesome. I think I have so much snow in my inventory. But I just like it's such a good game, dude. But I also want to contrast it with. Actually, I want to think about it real quick. So it's the helicopter mission, then City Hall, and then it's. What's after that? Oh, it's the consolidated shipping, and then you meet Sable, and then that whole thing starts. And then it's the one MJ mission, and then the one where you have to go to Charles Standish, another good mission. This looks... Oh my gosh. I never like looked at it. Oh wow. This is sick. It's so tall. I want to add one more layer of height to here. And I think I'm going to roof this off. Also, something I really like is that the balcony goes right above the window. I need to change this, truly. What the heck? How'd you start? This is supposed to be the trolley problem. Wandering trader, literally anything else. Like, bruh. He's just moving. What? Go that way, friend. He's gonna start moving again. Moving. Do it. Go. Anyway. I didn't know they could do that. I guess it makes sense. Actually, with the stone bricks that I have currently, let's try and get this last layer done. Oh, but yeah, I wanted to contrast it with Skyrim. Because something I noticed today was I was just exploring Tombstone's little hideout as MJ. I wandered into a corner, and there's just two guys just standing there in like the deepest, darkest corner of a warehouse. And it's kind of funny, but I didn't know they were there. And so, yeah, I was just playing, and then they found me out. So then I got put back to my last checkpoint, which was like, how many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4. It was like, for those of you who know where it is, it's like in the little truck thing where she's like, military grade vehicle. But yeah. And then I thought about Skyrim. And then I was like, oh, when you die in Skyrim, you get back to the start of the dungeon. And which is fine. But also you guys gotta learn the power of quick saving in Skyrim. You can't forget to quick save. Otherwise, you will be sent back to the start, and it's frustrating every time. And of course, I'm talking about two games that are 8 years apart, right? 6 years apart. Spider-Man 2018, Skyrim was 2012 or 2011? 2011, I think. So 7 years apart. But so yeah, the quality of life is going to be different for each game. But it's just like, I forgot how nice that was to like go back to where you were, which sounds silly, but yeah. Let's just take these 5 snowballs and throw them. Meow. I love snowballs. I like ender pearls. I like throwing things. These pressure plates, speaking of quality of life, have improved my life so much. What hasn't improved my life, though, is I've not been sleeping well. I don't know why. I've been waking up, and it's been kind of tragic. I haven't been able to go back to sleep. Not fun. Do not recommend. These. Dang, this is really coming along. But also, I want to talk about my wish list for Spider-Man 3. Because now when I play Spider-Man 1, I think this is actually the first time I'm playing it since I've played Spider-Man 2. And all I can think of is how much I miss it. Like how much I miss Spider-Man 1 and like the things about that game. Because Spider-Man 2 is a fun game, but it feels more like a game. And Spider-Man 1, I think, feels like a story. And of course, there is a story in Spider-Man 2, but it's like, I mean, y'all know it's not that great. I watched a really great video. I think his name is Spider Dunk. And did a really good job talking about how the black suit story was intended to originally be and like what it's supposed to be. We should work on the throne. And especially reflecting on Spider-Man 2, it's like, yeah, you tell him, random guy on the internet, you tell him that what they're doing is not the greatest. This should be good. Let's grab an emerald block as well. Just for fun. Yeah. Like, oh, I went the wrong way. Like, the black suit storyline isn't great, and I understand, like, Sony pressuring them, and, like, that's very valid. However, doesn't change that it definitely had, you could feel the company pressure. I'm gonna need 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. Maybe I actually don't. Maybe I only need I always liked building thrones with redstone, but I'm kind of not sure now. Maybe not. Maybe instead we do like this kind of thing. Maybe he's sitting on some emeralds. Or she. Anyone can wear the crown. This is a goofy throne. This is a really silly throne. Ooh, you know what we could do though? I like the diamond on the top. Diamond in the rough. If we steal this, no one's gonna know. You know what? You know what? Yeah, this is awesome. Okay. Um, how I don't even want to know how much I used on that. Actually, I don't even care. It's 6 or it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I only had 9 blocks of gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was right. So 63 gold, 9 diamonds, 18 redstone, 9 emeralds. Awesome. Cool. Um, let's just because it's. I just want to look at my. I love this spire so much. I love this room. Makes me happy. Um. Oh, but my Spider-Man 3 wish list is that there's more missions like the helicopter mission in Spider-Man 1, where there's a lot of you go more than just the mission area, right? Like that mission starts on Fisk's construction site, one of them, and he he isn't actually there, but you have to like stop the demons from getting like killing the Fisk guards, and it's like that's already a cool premise because like you're stopping bad guys from killing bad guys. It just shows who Spider-Man is as a character. Why are these sheep out of the pen? Do you see them over here? How do they do that? How are you up here? These TSPMO. And now you're not going to be able to go anywhere because you're going to be stuck here. And it's really sad. These sheep are making me sad. Why did I even want purple wool again? I kind of forgot. I want more missions like that because you feel the ramifications of it more than you do otherwise. Should this be here? I wonder. I don't think this one should be here. You feel like you need to stop these guys, otherwise people are going to die. And that's not really something that's present in Spider-Man 2. I mean, there's the mission at the beginning on the dock where, like, as Miles, you have to let go Martin Lee in order to save the people. And of course, you have, like, the mission with Peter where, like, the carnival and the one girl's about to die, but then Harry comes in. And there's, like, a bunch of stuff like that. But also, I don't know. It's just a story issue with Spider-Man 2 that I will say, I remember this being a quote. I don't know if this is real, but Brian Intihar, who is like the director, I'm pretty sure, of the Spider-Man franchise there, said that Spider-Man 2 is just kind of like not really filler, but it's like Spider-Man 3 is like his passion project. And of course, there's like something that wasn't present in Spider-Man 1 was those company pressures because they didn't know how it would perform, especially considering the Spider-Man games franchise up until that point was movie tie-in games, and people weren't enjoying those very much. So that's a little history lesson for you. But, like, do I have any leaves? No. 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 Okay, let's go get some leaves. But, and of course, this game, it could be perfect. I do think that Spider-Man 1 is a perfect game. I'm trying to think of things I don't like about it. And I can't really think of much. Like, I think the story is amazing. I think you, the cliche thing of like, you feel like Spider-Man. Um, you ever realize how many leaves are on a tree? I think the suits are fantastic despite them being a little orange. I don't think it's the game's fault more than it is the like system's fault. I think it was like an error of like it had a harder time processing reds, so it was like more orange. I don't know. I don't think it was a creative choice, and it was fixed in the remaster and in Spider-Man 2 and I think Miles Morales. I don't actually know for sure. Um, but yeah, I'm really trying to think here of things I don't like about it. Comparing it to Spider-Man 2, the combat is more fun because you're not relying on. I think it works for Miles more than it does for Peter, but you're not relying on like in Miles Morales, part of the combat is, and even in Spider-Man 2, like while playing Miles, part of the combat is using his Venom powers and his invisibility powers. And it's like, yeah, that's really cool. Sometimes I think it's a little like, it's a little much when I just want to like play with webs and stuff. But then you go to Peter and it's like, dude, what are we doing? Like when he has the symbiote, it's fine. But then it's also like, when he has the arms, what are we doing? It's not fun. I don't like the arms. I think they are silly. And it really takes me out of the immersion. Because even if you're not a fan of like Miles' powers, which I think they're really cool. I wish that Spider-Man 2 had I think it was actually right around the game's release, but there was a comic where Miles made like a sword out of his powers and it looked like a lightsaber and it was really cool. But I kind of wish we had that, but that's not anyone's fault because it was like as the game released. But yeah, like Peter, it could have also leaned into him being a more experienced Spider-Man and having like better web abilities or bring back some of the gadgets from the first game because they're so much fun. I think the suspension matrix could have stayed in the past. Um, I think it's the only one I have left to get in the first game right now. Suspension matrix, and I just got the tripwire. I love the tripwire. It's my favorite gadget in the game. Um, I think that's kind of it. Oh, and the shockwave blast, which I guess kind of made it its way into the second game, but you know, um, like, or give him better combat techniques. Like, I don't know. I think of like the Marvel Rivals uppercut, which like I guess you can do in the game on both characters, but you know what I mean. Like, give him stuff like that. Give him kicks. Differentiate, or differentiate each Spider-Man's base attacks, if only by animation. Like, I think they both have signature web, like swinging animations, which is really cool. But I would like more combat stuff, and maybe I am missing that because I, truth be told, did play most of Spider-Man 2 as Peter. Um, just because I was really interested in like the symbiote and stuff, and I admittedly know a lot more about Peter's character, and honestly also because the story is more Peter focused, which is a big thing about the second game. It's like Miles is relegated to side quests and one major plot line that doesn't even, in my opinion, doesn't get wrapped up nicely because like his whole thing in this game that isn't like his whole part of the main story is that he's trying to get justice for his dad who was killed by Martin Lee in City Hall in the first game. Awesome story. I think that's such a cool plot line and they could do so many fun things with it. And they did. Like they had the tension there. Like in the mission at Craven's arena thing or whatever. Like you had the tension of like he had to fight Martin Lee and he wanted to kill him. Especially like you saw it like in the one of the opening missions, he wants to kill Martin Lee and he almost does at the hand of saving other people. And that's what stops him. And he had the chance and he overcame that and became the bigger person and let Martin Lee go. And you can open the whole can of worms of like, why didn't he just web sling out too? Because he could have escaped. I agree. Again, it falls victim to the writing problems of this game. But that's neither here nor there when talking about his plotline with Martin. He doesn't really come back into the story for a little while. He's always kind of there after that. He helps Peter find Miles, actually. But other than that, like, he doesn't come back until the end. And he saves Miles and Peter by giving Peter the anti-venom and going into his head with Miles. Which, like, I think that's a really good... I think Martin Lee coming in to save them is good. I think it fits with who he is and, like, his whole image of Feast and stuff. But I don't... It felt like it took Miles' moment and gave it to Peter by giving him the anti-venom. And I think it's a really cool thing for him to have the anti-venom suit. But actually, no, I don't. I don't like that at all. Narratively, it doesn't make sense. It's like you have all the strength of the symbiote, but none of the negative side effects. And it's like, okay, then why is this interesting? But I think it would have, like, I really enjoy Martin Lee and his depiction in the first game and even the second game. Like, I think his redemption is really powerful. But I almost wish he died. It's the same problem I have with Stranger Things, where it's like, these things would mean so much more if there was weight to them, because you literally just watch him walk off and I don't know if he gets arrested or not, because there are like cops there, I think, but I don't know what happens to him after that, and he just kind of is there. But like, imagine if you were to die with the symbiotes and the version of the anti-venom, like the whole point of the anti-venom is that it is a weakness against symbiotes and it came from Martin Lee's negative power. Imagine if he lived like, I don't know, we saw when he was signaling Peter, like him be like a beacon and stuff, and like, I think he could have done the stereotypical one last thing and I don't know, did something. Or maybe he was involved in the finale and like, instead of like, I actually enjoyed playing as MJ in the second game and even to an extent the first game, but I didn't really like that she was part of the finale. I feel like it kind of took away from the rest of, I don't know, like, she's definitely an integral part of the story and I love her character in both games. I think she is consistently written well in these games. I'm trying to think if I'm saying something I don't believe to be true. I do think I believe, I'm trying to think of like something bad about her. That's like a inconsistency. I think other than like her abilities to fight Symkari, or not Symkarian, Kraven's hunters, I think that's a little silly. But that's not really a her thing more than a game design thing. Yeah, I really do enjoy MJ's depiction here. But she doesn't... Like, I don't play these games to play as MJ. Right? Because she just has like a little gun. And that's really cool and it's really fun. And I think her gameplay is really fun. But within the context of a game where I could, at that same moment, be swinging and shooting webs, like, I don't know. All this to say, Spider-Man 3, and this also is like, I think Cindy Moon is an awesome character, but I don't, also, look at this car. This is my car, but let's also look at this and compare it to the one at the drive-in. But I don't want, like, I think Cindy Moon is an awesome character, and I'm really excited to see what they do with her, but I wish she wasn't in the game. Or maybe she can be in the game, but I don't want her to be, like, Silk. Look at this. I actually don't have, like, I recall I don't have, like, the little stem thing. I probably should. But anyway, I don't want her to become Silk because then or if she is, I don't want to play as her. Because then I just think it's going to be too overcrowded and it won't be that fun. But Spider-Man 3, my wish list, because holy yap, I've been yapping about this for 30 minutes. And you know what? I'm going to upload this. This is getting on the show. My wish list for Spider-Man 3 is a better written story. Real excited for the Green Goblin. Real excited to see how Norman's character goes down that path, especially watching his whole character from the first game. I think he is also well written in these games, really well written. His relationship with Harry is a lot different than what we normally see between Norman and Harry. I think it's a really cool direction to take it. I want better suits because the second game kind of dropped the ball in my opinion. I want all of the suits from the first game. I think they are all bangers. Acknowledging that Miles is not a part of... he is a part of the first game, but he's not Spider-Man in the first game. And so his suits from Miles Morales... like, they have a lot less inspiration to take from the comics because he's a relatively newer character. So a lot of his suits are originals, which is fine. And I think his original suits are better than Peter's original suits. So some of Miles' suits can stay. While we're on this topic, I think I don't understand at all the hype for the tracksuit for Miles. I think it is like one of the worst suits. In Spider-Man 2, though, they do give a cool recolor where it's, instead of the white, it's black. And that looks really cool. But... oh, I didn't mean to throw that. But yeah, better suits, best story, more missions, less linear missions, I think. I want... this is not going to happen. Bring back the John Bubniak face model, bro. Please. Like, no shade to whoever they're basing it on now, but it doesn't work for me. I also want the anti-venom to be gone. I don't want that. I want Peter to have no arms. No, I want him to have arms. But I don't want him to have the spider arms. I don't want the anti-venom. I want better webs for him. Better, like, more flashy moves. And you know what? I'm kind of tired of Miles. And like, he's had 2 games now. I don't want him to be like, I'm still trying to get the the hang of this, I think he's going to be good, especially considering he is the only acting spider person right now. He got that. I should have written this out and talked about it, but I'm going to start wrapping this up because it's 35 minutes long. But this is what I can yap about Spider-Man all day long. I kind of want to have my friends on these and do like interviews is probably not the right word, but I just want to talk to them. I think that'd be a fun, like a Vlogs Brothers style thing. I think that could be really fun. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'm sorry this was a more of a yap episode than a Minecraft episode, but I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And if you decide to not watch this whole one, I get that completely. But yeah, thank you for watching. Have a fun-filled snow day, and I will see you all later. Bye. Oh wait, bye.